I do not have good live hair, but I do have good clean hair. Last minute decision to come on, say hello to you kids, see how your Thanksgiving was, see how you're doing, and hopefully I won't obsess over my hair and the lack there of style. Do you have your water? I should have filled mine up all the way. But honest to goodness, I was in the shower and I was like, go check on the peeps, Nina. Go see how all your friends are. See how their Thanksgiving was. See if they're having trouble with their lockdown hair too. Hi, Roberta. How are you? Totally. Whenever I go live, you guys, it's totally last minute. Hi, Anna. Long time no see. I'm hoping that you guys, some of you will try. Sorry for the hair. I should have put, maybe if I put my glasses on there, then I'll remember where they are. And if I can't see what I'm reading, who cares, right? Let's clean them. I want to tell you one thing, anybody who's here. Uh-oh, what am I dropping? If all of a sudden I'm just like, poof, gone, they're threatening to turn off our electricity because it's getting windy here, and you know how that goes. So if I am just like poof gone, that's why. I'm okay. We'll just have to hook up the generator. Let me see. Oh my gosh, there's 10 of you guys here. It's good to see you too, Roberta. It's always good to see you guys. Oh, the hair, literally, I got out of the shower. I did not use the hairdryer because I wasn't planning on seeing anybody. And then I was like, you know what, Anita? You have not applied any makeup. You have not so much as put, lip gloss on. Nothing. Do something. Get out of your pajamas. Because I have like multiples of the same sets of pajamas. When I found pajamas I like, I buy a whole bunch of them. And so I thought, well, I don't have a reason to get dressed. Yes, you do. If you go see the Paddiwack kids, you do. Hi, Susan. Thank you. Hi, Vicki. I'll let us see if we had 10 people, now we're down to 8. Somebody must not like my hair. Thank you so much. And you know what? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. The shirt doesn't fit me anymore. Well, actually, it's not as bad as I thought. Hi, Lucinda. I'm good at home. I'm always home. Let's see, I was going to start to tell you guys something, and then I was going to wait for a couple people. Hopefully a couple people come in and chat with us, huh? I want to hear about you. I'm going to tell you about me, which isn't a whole heck of a lot. Do I have lipstick on tight? I want to hear how your Thanksgiving was, both if you're concerned about your weight or if you're not. Because like I like to tell you guys when I come on here, do you have your water? Do you have your water? If you don't, believe me, I'm not doing anything fast or important. Go grab it. Or whatever your preference be, if it's tea, but just have some water. We are all decorated for Christmas, sans our tree. Last year, I finally talked Steve into getting rid of our tree because it was just no good. Hi, Tony. And then we got to this year and remembered we didn't have a tree. So then we looked around, and of course, by the time we looked around, there was nothing in. Good, Roberta. Thumbs up. So we ordered one online that looks promising. It should be arriving tomorrow, but everything else is done. The big thing over the stairs is done. All the trees are done. And then when we get our tree in and it's decorated, Oliver and I will give you guys a tour of our little Christmas abode, if I can talk him into it. Lucinda, you're not alone. And there's like so many different ways to look at it. I'm going to tell you where I'm coming from. And if there's anything I can say or do to help anybody else, we're all here to help each other. This is the Chit Chat Paddiwack channel, but it's for all of us, about all of us, not just me. Nope. Because that's no fun. Who wants to focus on one person? I don't. Anna says about me, it was a roller coaster, still coming down. I'm up 8 pounds. Okay, 8 pounds is pretty dang good, lady, on new hormones and antibiotics, so I feel like I'm all over the place. Between that and our current climate and what we're all putting up with right now, you're doing great. You are doing fantastic. Nothing to come, but as far as feeling all over the place, I think we all are. Every time I do a live, I pretty much repeat what I said in my last live because nothing changes day to day. I either sleep for 24 hours straight or I don't sleep at all, or I sleep 4 hours, awake 4 hours. It's like, I think we're all kind of all over the place. I certainly am. And California, we're pretty locked down. I have myself locked down because the longer it goes on, the more fearful I get. But I'm not here to scare anybody else. I'm just telling you what's going on with me. Now, what are you doing as far as your weight program, Nita? Have you quit? Nope. I've never quit. But currently, this is what I am doing. I'm drinking some water. I believe that I am on purple right now. But I haven't made any special trips to the market. I'm just eating what's in the house, tracking it, and then when I'm out of points, stop eating points. That's why I'm on purple, because there's a lot of good 0-point foods, and I don't take advantage of them. As a lot of you guys know, when I'm not out of sorts, but when life isn't flowing how we would like, I undereat. I don't overeat, which is what nips me in the bud. Lucinda says, she's in Washington State on Blue Plan. My son lives in Washington State. You know what? I apologize. Hold on. I got to itch my nose off camera for a minute so I'm not sitting here doing it through the whole darn thing. I don't know what it is about when I come on live. My nose starts itching. Let me look in my mirror. Okay. And I have you guys like on a wobbly tray, so if you feel a little seasick, that's why. Annie says, thank you. 8 pounds feels like a lot to me. You're 5'2". Anxiety increases slowly all over, I think. Absolutely. WW recipes have been helping, and I love purple. I'm right there with you. There's so many great recipes, those of which I have shared with you guys. I am going to do some Cook With Me's coming up, but Nita, you keep saying that. We haven't seen anything. Because you guys, I don't like coming on and doing stuff on camera, either live or recorded, if I don't have a little zip in my step. Hi, Jennifer. Speaking of Jennifer, hold on. I want to show you guys something that what you sent me. Hopefully it should come on. I told her I would do my next Cook With Me in it. But she sent me this darling penguin apron. Isn't it cute? Oh, I can't wait to put it on. Let me know, Jennifer, if you come on here. Okay, so going back to weight, you guys. Hi, Roberta is back at green. I have to count everything and watch my portions. We all go through phases. So I go between green and purple. I never, ever do blue. And yeah, we just got to do what's good for us. Hello, Marina. How are you? I'm so glad you're all popping in. If anybody who wants to hit the like thing for me, that would help. But at this point, it kind of doesn't matter because I'm not being a regular YouTuber. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, I don't like to come on here unless I have a smile on my face and a chipper something or other to talk about. And I'm not feeling it right now during these times. I rarely leave the house. Oliver's here with me. He's thriving on this. He was made for quarantine, that kid. And I don't have my normal zip. But like I said, when I got out of the shower, I thought, I need to, you know what? We don't just talk about weight. Hi, Tracy. It's so good to see you, too. Get on and say hi to the girls and the guys if Jimmy should show up. All right, so back to my weight. I told you guys all this a couple lives ago, have gained I'm about 9 pounds shy of all my weight back. And I would wake up in the morning, let's see, when it start, I look at my tracker and I look in the mirror and I was just so horrible to myself. Just the things that went through my mind. If I would have heard anybody speaking like that to anybody else, I would have just been disgusted. And as time's gone by, I've had to just let it go and let it be. Do I like where I am? Absolutely not. Do I like the way I look? Absolutely not. But I have to be honest with myself, and as long as this is our situation, my pep isn't going to be in my step like normal times. But that said, I have maintained exactly where I am for the last 4 months. I weigh in every Friday. One of you guys told me to have Steve take the scale into the garage. I did. He brings it up on Friday for me, and I have remained at the exact same weight. So that's better than climbing. I'll get it back. I know what to do. I know how to do it. It's not like I'm stuck here where I am. But my frame of mind isn't that of being the GoPro Weight Watcher. Do you know what I mean? Does that even make any sense? So, and I'm not drinking as much water as I should, which is a crime in my book. You know how I feel about water, and I'm getting no walking in. Now, on the weekends, I get a little walking in when Steve and I run errands, but I've even gotten to the point, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I've even got to the point where I don't even like to go out anywhere right now. I just can't fathom the thought of catching this virus. So I've got myself locked in. It's much nicer with all my pretty Christmas stuff. And but it's funny because I'm not getting like my laundry and my dishes and stuff. You'd think I'd have everything done, and I just don't. So how did everybody do on Thanksgiving? Oh, Jennifer, what were you going to say? Type it back in. We had a nice Thanksgiving. It was just Steve and I. I swear I feel like I'm PG now, little old for that. Pregnant? I don't know. We went to downtown Disney. Pregnant, okay. I'd look it. It was so, okay, so let me go back to Thanksgiving. We went to downtown Disney. We went to a beautiful restaurant down there. And then I noticed that we each had a drink. We don't drink down there because it just makes us tired and then we don't want to walk around. And I started getting that feeling of I want to go home because the more I stay home, the more I want to be home. Does that even make sense? How many times can I say, does that even make sense in one video? So far, I think that's like 3. So we ate, and we relaxed, and we walked around a little, and did very little shopping because we didn't want to wait in line. I just wanted to come home. I do that a lot. Steve will be like, let's go out and do this, on the down low, away from all the people. And then we get out, and I'm like, I need to go home. I just need to go home. So transitioning back to normal times is probably going to be a little rough for me. But as far as my food's fine. And it was lovely. It was just he and I. Oliver spent, Halloween, Thanksgiving with his mommy and his daddy. His mommy did the cooking, and him and his dad went down there, and they had a nice little family get-together, and then they watched some movies. We've been watching a lot of movies. What else can I tell you? Let me hear from you guys. There's 11 of you in here. Let's hear what you're doing, or what you're not doing in this case. Have you seen a good movie? Have you seen a good television show? Have you found a way to fight the anxiety? Are you getting out and walking, or are you like me and kind of hiding in your house? There's no right or wrong answers to anything right now, you guys. There's no right way or wrong way to feel in my book. I'm not the queen of the world. I don't pretend to be, but I'm just saying that if anybody's been hanging around with me for any amount of time, when I'm on the program and I'm excited about it. And I just don't have that excitement right now. I'm just trying to keep myself at bay. Marina says, you're not alone. I'm up about 7 pounds. Okay, you guys who are up 7 and 8 pounds, I'm up, let's see, it was 209. I'm close to up to 30 pounds, you guys, okay? Please don't fret over 7 or 8 pounds. I've been putting the same 7 on and off, but challenging myself to stick to plan till Christmas. There you go. That's great. 7 or 8 pounds while this is going on. Come on, you guys, don't be so tough on yourself. And I'm not just saying that because I'm up so much more than you guys. Hey, it's life. Nobody's perfect. When I'm in the frame of mind of Weight Watchers, boom, I'm gonna stay down. I love it. I'm pretty darn good. I am. Let's see, Lucinda. I can't read. I don't understand that. I have all 3 seasons. But yeah, just do the best you can and what you're up to doing. For what I mean by that is like when I do get out of bed and I look at the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I have to say to myself, are you up to doing this? Do you have the mindset to get your butt in gear and get back on perfect track? Because I'm not really off track. I don't know how to explain it. And I'm not. So we have to deal with what we're ready to deal with right now. Tracy says on October 29th, she had foot surgery, and since she can't walk, I'm staying at my daughter's house. I know I've had a game, but I'm not going to worry about it. Good for you, Tracy. Good for you, because you know what? What is worrying about it going to do? Now, I'm not saying kick back at your daughters and have her bring you some ding-dongs and Hostess cupcakes, even though that does sound kind of good. Don't worry about it. We have enough to worry about right now. Anna says 8 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but I look back at my progress over the last year, and I've slowly been increasing since July. It freaks me out and makes me anxious and emotional. Okay, well, there, you can look at that. There's both, not 4 ways, but 2 ways. And that's one, this isn't normal times. If this was normal times, okay. For me, this whole thing has a huge effect. Maybe it doesn't on you guys. If you're anxious and emotional, I think that a lot of that has to do with all of this. Now, I see people on YouTube, I see people on social media that are just going through life like nothing's going on. They're just out there living their best lives, doing their things. I am not. I am anxious and I am emotional, but not because of my weight. I don't know. I think it's a matter of what we all choose to pick as far as our battles go, as far as anxiety and as far as being afraid and all those things that we're feeling. What should we really attach it to? Because I know I'm not attaching it to my weight. Now, do I have my days where I'm like, oh my gosh, did I ever blow this? Nita, you're a loser. Yeah, but then I got to rein it in and just realize, you know, I never, ever, ever in a million years thought I would put my weight back on. When I would see people in meetings, because that's usually, you know, talk to other Weight Watchers who had put all their weight back on, I would think, wow, how'd that happen? How'd that happen? Is Julie here? Hi. Okay, no frowny faces, because you and we got a plan, and we're going to do the plan. We just have to wait till some things change. And you know that, and I know that. And we both know, we know all. Don't you love talking in code when the world's watching you? No sad faces, because after we overcome a couple of things that we're dealing with right now, we're kind of at a standstill that doesn't have anything to do with us. And I love you, and we'll do it, and we're close enough. And as soon as I'm not so fearful, I will be over that hill. I guess we could just sit, you know, but you're working during the day. I was going to say we could just sit out by the pool. You could sit at one end, I could sit at the other, and we can just yell at each other. But don't put any sad faces, because you know better. And I will give you a hard time, because you do know better. Look, I knew everybody was going to be so happy to see you. Hi, Mama Loves. Happy holidays. And Julie, well, you know what? This is the holidays, and take that into, we've got to talk. For reals. I mean, I know we have, but you know what I mean. I've been thinking about you. And you know what? You have Gabe, and I have Oliver, and there's stuff going on that we're not used to. So, you know, I always, you know, when everybody's always saying, give yourself some grace, I think it's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's used, I agree with it, but I wish we could find another way. I could find another way. Just let up on yourself. we know what to do. I love you and I miss you so much. That's the other thing too. I don't think I'd be able to come out there or have you come over here without being able to hug and stuff because I just wouldn't be able to do it. Oh. And we're like this close. You guys, me and Julie are like this far apart from each other. But that's how serious I'm taking this whole stupid thing. Julie, which plan are you doing? I think you said you were doing blue. And you have your ears on. I should put my ears on. I know, but I don't want you to feel bad because I know that you're feeling bad, and I went through that whole thing, and it doesn't do us any good. It doesn't help our weight. It's a big waste of our energy, and we'll get through it. I promise you. Steve asked about you last night, by the way. He asked if. Well, I'll message you what he asked, but he asked about you. What about Thanksgiving, you guys? You were doing purple, but nothing budges. It's because your head's not in the game, just like my head's not in the game. You and I aren't the same person as far as we are all or nothing. And you cannot argue that point with me. We are sisters, twins. Hi, Rosie! Twins when it comes to being like that. And when we're all into the WW and you're walking on your break, you're working from home, you can't walk on your break, you have other responsibilities since you have to work at home. Everything's different right now. When we'll get back into that all. And we're not in our nothing stage, we're just not at our all stage. And for you and I, we have to be. It's just part of how our brains and our bodies work. And I'm sorry that I always rub my nose, you guys. When I look back sometimes, I'm like, good Lord, lady. Rosie says, also, I totally understand head not being in the game. A lot of us do. I haven't been watching any Weight Watcher videos because, I don't know, there's nothing anybody can tell me. How do I explain this? I don't want to watch them right now. How's that sound? I don't want to watch them. No, I'll watch a couple close friends. Like Julie started posting. Now I notice she's hung back. Because I think that if I'm going to watch somebody, I want to watch somebody that's kind of I can relate to. And I'm not really relating to anybody right now because, like I said, a lot of folks are just out there. It's a normal life. And for me, it's not a normal life. And it's a turnoff. And that's not an offense. That's not a shot at anybody. It's how I feel and why I'm not watching them. I'm watching Disney. I'm watching Jim Gaffigan. I'm watching old movies. I'm not on, Marina says you will get back on track. The holidays are a tough time. Take it one day at a time. You can do it, Anita and Julie. Yes, Julie, she's right. Right. Exactly, Julie. So you and I will cruise through this time. It's only going to be like 2 years tops. We're both young. We'll get back. You like my leg lamp, Marina? But we'll do this, Julie. I have complete and utter faith that when it's easier for you and I to spend more time together, I think that'll be helpful. My leg lamp, where is it? Oh, it's behind me, isn't it? Is it over there? Let's see. There it is. It was actually a wedding present. Lucinda made turkey breast, green bean casserole, crustless pumpkin pie. Perfect, man. You had a perfect WW Thanksgiving. Anna said, I'm right there through fertility stuff. I forget about that. There are a number of pregnant ladies in my neighborhood that go on a couple of daily walks right in front of my window. That has been stinging a little. Thank you, Marina. I think I said it before you came on that everything's decorated except for our tree because we had to order a new tree, and then when that tree comes in and we decorate it, I'm going to give a whole tour. It's pretty much the same as last year, but I noticed because I looked at last year's video that there's a couple things I put in different spots. And there's our Christmas card. Since we don't send them out, we don't get money. And I wish there was a way or something I could tell you because I sense a lot of, like, if I were to try to paint a picture of it, like zzz, like being electrocuted, but on a milder scale. I'm getting that sense of feeling from you. And I wish there was a way I could relax you on everything because you're younger than us. And going through everything you're going through at this time is hard. And I think that you're being too hard on yourself. So much stress for me. I've been eating my stress. My youngest was supposed to start school and I would finally have time for myself, but now I am doing online with her. How old is she again? I know, and I forget, and since it's been so long since I've been on here. Oliver, you know what? I'm telling you. Just trying to make things as normal as possible for the kids. He's making it, this kid's thriving during this whole thing. I don't know what's wrong with him or what, but 6, okay. Oh, that's a tough age. See, he's just at that age where, and Julie, you need to let me know. I wanted to ask you this about Gabe. Does he pretty much stay to himself and stay in his room and like he'll wander out when he wants to eat and then he'll go back in? And because that's all that Oliver does. He stays in his room. He Zooms with his friends. So he's not lacking, personal social gatherings, of course. But I hear him in there, and they're all on the Zoom, him and the little boys, and they're talking about farts and laughing and doing what little 10, 11-year-old boys do. I'm letting him play his video games because, folks, what else can he do? He does ride his bike. He rides his skateboard. He doesn't play shoot-'em-up videos. So why not? Why not let him play his dang games, right? Marina says, my 16-year-old has been on honor roll twice since staying home for school. Isn't it funny how some of them just really handle it well? Now, his schooling, he's had trouble in math. But I mean, he doesn't mind doing it. Let me go back and see. I'm sorry about my nose, you guys. It always happens when I get on here. It's like somebody's got a voodoo doll of me, and they're tickling my nose. Anna says, you're probably not wrong. I usually am too hard on myself. Amen for the kiddos and mamas working and schooling from home. My oldest just started middle school. Oh, that's next year for me. Oh, no, the year after that. Now she is in school 2 days out of the week because of climbing numbers. Yeah. In January, we choose if we want our kids to go back a couple days a week. And I'm going to because, for one thing, his school is super duper small. And I feel good about it. I think he needs to be around people. And things might totally change by then. We'll see. Lucinda said, I had a mass on my pituitary gland in my 20s. They took it out as 27, got pregnant 30, had my daughter. She's 32, lives 80 miles away. Yeah, a lot of loneliness going on around right now for everybody. And homeschooling is number one stressor in my day. It's like pulling teeth. Gabe does so much better when he goes physically to school. Okay, do you sit with him when he's doing his schooling, or does he sit in his room alone, or does he sit in his room and makes you think he's going to school, but he's not? Because I need to find out about him. I need to get a feel for him and help you out with that. Even though you had your own kids, you know how, but this is so different. Mama says she's so glad for Zoom. My oldest is social butterfly, and she really needs that contact. Lucinda will be 62 in January. I know, Lucinda, I'm sorry. I know how hard it is. See, yeah, I don't sit with the 5 and 6 year olds I think you're supposed to, but Gabe, I believe Julie's boy she keeps telling me I think he's 12, but he's right around Oliver's age, but a little bit older. The interaction is important for the kids, but the decision is tough. I am a worrywart. We're mothers, we're all worrywarts. There's so many things that are written by, I like to call mommy bloggers, grandmother bloggers, social media, YouTube, that just give us more things to worry about. That's what I have a problem with. I think we all have enough to worry about right now. Okay, I'm going to give you a for instance that pops to mind is the other day. Oh, the masks. Okay, I'm a masker. If you're around me, you better wear a mask. If you're talking to me right now and you're in public, you better be wearing a mask. If you're not, don't tell me. And they're saying how the masks are horrible for the children because the children can't learn emotions without seeing it on people's faces. Okay, this is probably very true. But it's not going to be like this forever. And I think that people are very selfish and forget what past Americans and people in other countries have done for their country, for their fellow man, that maybe wasn't so enjoyable, but they did it anyways without bitching and moaning about it. And that's what I have a problem with. I mean, I could give a whole history lesson, which I shouldn't have to, and I don't think I need to, on what past Americans and peoples of different religions and colors have had to go through the years. And just because we have to wear a stupid mask, I have a problem with that. And I'm going to say so, you know. Sometimes I hold back on my thoughts, but Lucinda's part-time. She part-time watches 7 and 2-year-old. Oh, that's a lot of work. Mama says I sit with my 6-year-old, but my 11 is more independent. I just check in with her throughout to make sure she's on task. Same here. Yeah, it's just, thank you, Marina. It's, you know, it's how I feel. And you know what, here's the thing. I have to remind myself that this here is my little corner of the interwebs. And if you don't agree with me, nobody has to agree with me, but you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to agree with me, but we can agree to disagree. But if I see here in California, hi Tony, the compassion by wearing the mask. Yes, they're learning to do the right thing. Julie says, I make him sit with me downstairs at the table, because you're working at the table at your work, correct? Some days he's so distracted and some days not so much, but he's literally like pulling teeth to get him to participate and do his work. He's 12. Gosh, what is it that he would rather do? I wish I could help with this, because it's such the opposite of Oliver, and they're both only sibs. I feel for you, Julie. I feel for you, because I think I would get really mad. I can only be pushed so far to the brink, and then I have like a really scary, mad side to me. I mean, it's horrible. When my kids, so far, since I've had Oliver, it hasn't been shown. Maybe once he pushed me too far. But I'd be like, listen, these are the rules, but I know you're not like that, and that's a tough one. You know, we had one problem with Oliver. What was it? Oh, my little sweetness, my sweet boy. I'm sure he's not listening. He was opening other windows besides his class. And him and his friends are over here, having a little social time. They're just enjoying themselves while they're in school. Well, they got caught. And the teacher, she sent me the screenshots. I think I told some of you guys this. And I saved it, and I'm going to show it to him when he's an adult, because the stuff that he was typing was actually really funny. Something he copied and pasted from somewhere. It wasn't anything harmful, hurtful, no cussing, nothing bad, anything like that. But he had more than one window open. And his principal called him, and they had a little chit-chat over the phone, and it seemed to help immensely. A long way of saying, Julie, can the principal have a little chat with him? I'm sure Dad has a little chat with him. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for us. It's not only hard for us, it's hard for them. It's not like anybody's ever done this before, right? It's like, oh my gosh. And I think, what if we didn't have the technology? I wouldn't have anybody to talk to. I wouldn't be able to I don't FaceTime anybody except my friend Cindy. And Julie, I don't FaceTime you because I think you're pretty much working 8 to 5, right? I don't know why I don't call you after 5. And because my interaction is getting on here and talking with you. Look at Julie. I wanted to tell you, remember the last time we went to Disneyland, I told you I wanted your help with your discount to get this? I finally got it. There's a couple other things I want. So I just hope that everybody isn't being too hard on themselves. It's not going to help. Is anybody else getting decorated for Christmas? decorating? What about that, Jules? Are you and Gabe gonna decorate? You and Gabe and Todd? I don't know how much Todd likes to decorate, but because we were gonna decorate your house the year before last and we didn't. Can you believe it's been 2 years since we've seen you? It's crazy. I think that's what Steve was talking about. So we can only immerse ourselves in what we can immerse ourselves in safely and not lose our minds. There you go, Marina. You seem like you're in good spirits, and that's wonderful. Lucinda has her little tree up. That's awesome. Susan says you should put up her decorations before Thanksgiving. It's funny because Steve and I went shopping for something, and for our big wreath that I know I showed you guys. And they were almost out of everything. And Steve's like, it's not even Thanksgiving. Why is everything gone? I'm like, it's 2020, man. Nobody had anything else to do, so everybody started decorating early. Yeah, that'll look nice. Just enjoy your lights. On Friday, a friend of Oliver's mother and I are going to take her son and Oliver, and we're going to go through a drive-through light thing that they're having at one of the malls, the Topanga Mall. If anybody's ever heard of Topanga, sometimes you'll hear it on the news. And we're going to do that. I'm excited for that. I'm nervous, though, because we planned it like a while ago before the numbers started to spike. And when I think about it, thank you so much. I love that. That's one of my favorite things ever because that's a lot of real estate, you know? So when you're sitting in the room and, you know, you have everything's nice and symmetrical, and I can't wait to shoot my whole video for you guys. Steve goes through so much work putting up all our... I'm going to try to do this without dropping because you guys are hooked up all our ceramic trees. We got this table over here and then the other table on the other side. So when you have a big piece of real estate like that there, and it's just our regular painting, which is behind there, but I got to tell you something that's funny. Okay, so this bow, the first time we wrapped that, it was, I don't know, I think it was about 4 years ago. Steve forgot that our real painting is underneath there. And he went to poke a hole through it to tie the bow in the back. I forgot that it can't be poking a hole in our artwork. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Thank you so much. We just decorate the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. And in the back, we have all our regular stuff shoved in there. You know how you have that one room you throw everything in? Well, that was Oliver's room before he moved in, so. But it's nice. I like it. I wish it was cold. That would make it better. That would make it a lot better. So I don't know. Is there anything any of you guys need to talk about or want to talk about that is Weight Watchers or isn't Weight Watchers? If anybody has any ideas for Julieta, type them in here. That's got to be hard, Juliet. I don't know. Short of, you know, what I finally had to do with Oliver. And it's hard. I get it. It's hard, especially when it's not your child. It's completely different. And, you know, you start taking things away from him. And I don't know Gabe, so I don't know if he is a fit thrower or what, but it's hard when they have one thing and you take it away. Lucinda says, when we fixed our house, I had my husband small door over the coat closet. We kept our Christmas. Yeah, we have. Actually, I live in a townhome, and our home sits on top of all the garages. So down below on our right, we have a closet down there, but I tend to keep a lot of stuff. That's a good question, Marina. I think, Julie, is it virtual classes in real time, or are they just giving him work to do? Oh, that's a good question. I always just assumed it was virtual classes in real time. I didn't realize they did it any other way. I need to get my eyebrows done. Sorry, I'm trying to hear what that noise is. Somebody's radio, I guess. She might be working. Julie might be. Well, she probably is working and chatting with us on the side because she works from home. I just need to drive over there and surprise her someday. There's 13 of us in here, and only a couple of you are talking. Do we got lurkers sitting in the background spying on us to see what we're talking about? No! That would never happen, Anita. People don't do that. Marina says, my son first had just work. Now he has an actual teacher teaching the class. Oh, Oliver's always had a teacher since day one, and they do the Pledge of Allegiance. They do the whole nine. It's really kind of cute. One problem, going back to Weight Watchers, I know I'm bouncing around. What are you making, Rosie? Because that's one thing I was going to say today. I've been really hungry, but nothing sounds good. Oh, he pushed me past my limit once too. Learned pretty fast that's not going to work. It's virtual classes in real time. Plus he has his assignments to do on his own. So same as Oliver. Right. Have you talked? If I'm getting too personal, Julie, we can talk about it offline. But when my little social butterfly wanted to be social instead of learning, talking to the teacher, talking to the principal helped. I don't know, maybe it's something you might want to think about. But my principal's awesome. Last year, Oliver wasn't getting to school on time because he wouldn't get out of bed. She was going to come over here and wake him up in the morning. She was going to come to the house. But it turns out we didn't need to do it. I'm sorry, honey. You shouldn't have to deal with that. That's a bunch of caca la toro. And it's stressful, man. It's so stressful. Oh, there you go, Tony. I wish I were that smart. I haven't done anything around here. Oh, I'm sorry, Julia. I know, honey. You know what? I might just have to put on a hazmat suit and a mask and just come over and do this in person. It's not you. You know that. It's Steve, you know. Steve, I mean, it's everybody. Steve gets home from work, and he's got to do everything before he gets near me or anything. I'm paranoid. I'm too paranoid. Stir-fried rice with some lemon pepper fish in the air fryer. That sounds great. In fact, we have some tortilla-crusted tilapia. Maybe I'll make that tonight. I meant maybe I'll make Steve make that tonight. He does all the cooking. Lucinda's got snow. That's nice. It's hot here. Let's see what the weather is. I need to buy you a bubble from I know. It's just with my psoriatic arthritis. If I got this crap, oh my God, I'd be so screwed. What's the weather in Simi Valley?
It's currently clear and 75 degrees.
It feels warmer. I gotta just bite the bullet and do it. But see, even just thinking about leaving my house, I get anxious. Today, I even had Oliver walk the dog. That's how bad I'm getting. Maybe offering reward. If he loves, say, video games, he can earn more game time. Something that he loves. Maybe he can stay up a half hour later. I think staying up is part of the problem, Marina. It's 34 where Lucinda is. I've been staring at it since March. It's about time. Yeah, mine's really bad too. Don't be sorry, Marina. You don't know what the facts are. Don't ever be sorry. We're asking for ideas and you're giving them to us. So, do you know that Oliver sets his alarm clock? Okay, because he loves his video games, he sets his alarm clock for 5 o'clock in the morning. And that way he can play his video games. He says, get it out of his system. Then at about 7, he goes in and he scrambles himself some eggs, throws some pre-made bacon in the microwave, eats, goes back in, goes to school, and then does whatever it is he's going to do. He's just weird, I think. But we need to figure something out for you, Julie. This has got to be, I think I get stressed for you. That's exactly what he's like, Maureen. I was trying to think of the word. He's like a bachelor. I could leave and I could just be gone for the day, living life, and he wouldn't even notice if I was here or not. He's like a flippin' bachelor. That's the perfect description. Because he walks around in his boxers all day, too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you would know. It's nice to have him be so self-sufficient, though, I have to say. It's very helpful. Well, Jessica didn't come on today. I'll just have to do a cook with me to wear my new apron. I gotta think of something fun or something good. I don't know if I want to make something sweet or something savory. Maybe I'll go over to my Instagram and put a poll up there, sweet or savory. And I know I've just been on here rambling about nothing, you guys. Again, I gotta sign off my connection. All right, honey, I'll talk to you later. Love you. I like doing them when Steve does it with me. Maybe we'll do one for this weekend. I guess I could do both. I gotta do it, but then I gotta go to the store and buy the ingredients. I do have a crock pot recipe that I'm gonna make that I'm gonna share with you guys, but I just need to get, oh, I did it, and I forgot to, oh, you guys, you know what holds me back? And I keep saying this, and you guys are over me saying it, but I hate shooting on my phone. I can't stand it. I think Steve's getting me a camera for my birthday, for Christmas, though. He gave me a choice between this treadmill thing we saw in QVC and camera, and I'm like, oh. No, we don't have grocery delivery here. They seem to have it everywhere else, but they don't have it here. In some places they have grocery pickup, but I've never done it. Steve does all the shopping. Steve does everything. He does everything. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's only 2:15. Maybe I'll go for a walk. That would be too darn hard to do Zoom meeting cooking. I'm trying to think of how I would even do it. I haven't done anything Zoom other than gone to Weight Watching meetings, and you know what? I just don't love it. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess it would be a way where everybody could be heard, right? Like right now, the only person you guys can hear is me, even though you could read. He's a great egg, Myrna. He's a great egg. He's an amazing guy. There is more of a connection with in-person. You mean meetings? I haven't even gone to my meetings. I haven't talked to my leader. I haven't done anything. I'm doing my thing. Everything's tracked, but so that's it, I guess. Nobody has anything to talk about, so I'm not going to bore you or make you listen to me ramble about a whole lot of nothing anymore. You guys, just be good to yourself. You know, just please be good to yourself. Sometimes I forget that we're in this situation, and then I'll make these grand plans, and then I'll be like, what am I doing? I can't do that. Especially in California, guys. It's really hard in California. I mean, I know it's hard everywhere, don't get me wrong. But hi, Diana. I did have a nice Thanksgiving. Thank you. How about you? How was your Thanksgiving? Ours was nice and quiet and good and done and home and haven't been out since. Oh my gosh. It's so nice to see you. I was just about to sign off, but I'm glad that you hopped in and I was able to say hello before I did. So yeah, anybody who's up and you've been down before like me, we know what we have to do. I'm just choosing not to do it right now. It's as simple as that. That's how simple it is. And those of you guys who are up and down the 3 to 5 pounds that you're going up, you're going down, you're going up and you're down, I think that's to be completely expected during this time. And then when it all lifts and we're all able to run around like crazy people and be able to breathe again, right? See loved ones and hug. I'm missing hugs big time. I miss hugging people. I'm a hugger. I hug everybody. And it's hard. It's really hard. So, all right. I just wanted to pop in, say hello, check in, let you know I was still alive. Wanted to know if you guys were all still, doing okay. Come over to Instagram if you're not over there. I sit over there and just talk to myself every day. And I hope everybody's well. And next time I take a shower and decide to put some makeup on. Thank you, Marina. And thank you for always being such a positive force. I love it. Smiley faces and everything. And we're going to get help for Julie, and we'll all do this together. Okay? Okay, everybody, don't tell anybody about my hair, because it's not like it's going to live on in infamy on the internet, right? All right, guys. Thank you, Rosie. Let me see. I would love to be in maintenance mode, currently in weight gain mode, but planned. We'll all do it. We will all do it. Anna, you specifically. Marina, I'm not worried about you. Rosie, I'm not worried about you. Anna, I want you to just, okay? And if you're on Instagram and you're not over on my page or channel or whatever the hell it's called, come over, and if you feel like you're getting anxious or whatever, let me try to help, because when I'm anxious, it helps me to talk to somebody else, and we could together, okay? Everybody, and anybody who watches this later, if you're having anxiety issues or whatever about weight or the way of the world, let's talk. Love you guys.